everyone, my name is Elizabeth Williams. I am the president of the IES Detroit chapter. I am a huge fan of nature. I love camping and hiking and canoeing. My second favorite sound is the leaves rustling in tree canopies. And my favorite sound is frog mating calls, of course. Our vice president is Michelle Prue of Cooper Lighting. She is also the chair of our annual golf outing and product show. Shelley grew up in the Detroit lighting industry and has been a dedicated member of the IES on a national and local level for over 20 years. She received a well-deserved Illuminating Engineering Society Distinguished Service Award at this year's annual conference. We are so proud of her, and we are truly lucky to have her on the board of managers.
Oh, hey, Mark Dybel here, secretary of the Detroit section of the board of managers. Good to see you. I'm just celebrating some excellent submittals for the Illumination Awards this year. And I'd like to just speak a shout out to those folks that entered and appreciate your efforts here. Secondly, a fun fact about me, I was once a childhood actor. Well, okay, fine, I wasn't. It was Doogie Howser, and he went to the high school down the road. But regardless, good to see you today. My fun fact, though, is that I'm a pyrotechnician. And one way I like to celebrate is, of course, with fireworks. So congratulations to everyone today, and enjoy the show.
Oh, hi there. My name is Robert White, and I'm the treasurer for the Detroit section of the Illuminating Engineering Society. And I've been doing it for a few years and enjoying it very much. Some of you may know that I enjoy working in the house. I'm always working in the house, painting and whatnot. But some of you may not know that I actually enjoy doing some other things too. And one of those amazing other things that I really enjoy doing is play music. Congratulations to this year's Illumination Awards recipients.
Hi guys, I'm Stacy Schwartz, your immediate past president of IES Detroit. I am now social media chair. I guess a fun fact about me is that I was once on TV. Only for a minute.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Darren Lapsley. I'm the membership chair with the Detroit IES section. And I've just been to the IES just a year, and I'm loving it so far. And I'm the membership chair, so I have to say that I want everybody this year, it's a centennial, to focus on bringing at least one new member in. If we can all bring in one new member, we're 100 members strong right now. We can be 200 members strong by the end of the year for our centennial. Wouldn't that be something? Also, I'm going to leave you with a fun fact about me. So a fun fact about me is I actually grew up playing the trumpet and singing in choirs. So I'm a singer and a trumpeter. And I started a karaoke club that has over 110-ish members now. So it's pretty cool. So it's a fun fact about me. So enjoy the IES Illumination Awards this year. Congratulations to all our 2022 winners. Yay, round of applause. All right, everybody have a great day.
Hey everyone, it's Kelly O'Connor. I am a member of the Board of Managers for the Detroit IES section. I also am the Midwest Regional Director for the IES National Board. Trying to think of something funny or clever to share about myself. I'm really looking forward to Christmas. I have some fun trips planned as we sort of re-engage in this post-COVID lifestyle world. I don't know, but I'm really looking forward to seeing all of you again at our upcoming events, and I hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see you soon. Bye.
Hi, I'm Eric Rettinger. I send you the constant contact emails every month. And come January through about March, you'll find me often at my kids' high school working with the robotics program there as an electrical mentor on the team. Go fully freeze.
Hi, my name is Kelly Dixon. I am the Emerging Professional Chair for the Detroit chapter. And a fun fact about me is I was once in the Detroit Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Hi, my name is Keith Erdenkopf, and I'm a Detroit IES board member. Although I'm new to the board, I've been in the lighting industry for 26 years. Here's a little fun fact about me. I'm really into guitars. Here's a little secret about me. I'm not a very good player. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Wendy Quapis. I am new to the Board of Managers of the IES Detroit chapter, and although I work full-time in marketing, one of my passions is interior design. Great to have you here. Enjoy the presentation.
Hi, I'm Drew Barnes. I'm a new board member for the Detroit chapter of the IES. Interesting fact about me is I'm a youth wrestling coach in my spare time.
Hey, good afternoon, Detroit. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Tara Verlinden Nixon, and I am your Detroit Illumination Awards Chair with the Detroit IES. I'm sure you all have met me at least once or twice before. I've been doing the Illumination Awards Chair business for about 7 or 8 years now. And this year is another exciting year of submissions by you, our Detroit lighting community. So, I just wanted to say thank you very much for your time today. We really appreciate you joining us. We can't wait to start seeing everybody in person. We've got some fun meetings coming up for this year. So we appreciate your active role. And real quick, just to share something fun and kind of embarrassing, because, hey, that's what we do here in Detroit. So a funny, embarrassing fact about me is I suffer from something called sleep eating, which is basically exactly as it sounds. I eat food in my sleep, a lot of it, sometimes soup, sometimes cereal, sometimes chocolate sauce. It happened more when I was a kid, and occasionally still happens now, but it's always fun to wake up and be covered in food. Not really, but yeah, that's my fun, embarrassing fact. So I hope you enjoyed it. And without further ado, of course, please join us to give congratulations and a huge thank you to all of the participants this year. And of course, everyone who is involved in this year's projects, we applaud you. So thank you very much. And without further ado, here's the show.
Hi everyone, my name is Elizabeth Williams. I am a lighting designer and project leader with Illuminart, a division of Peter Basso Associates, and I am proud to present to you 2 projects that we submitted this year for the Illumination Awards. Highlands, Detroit. Nestled atop the tallest building in the state, this fine dining steakhouse and Scotch bar, fashioned with one-of-a-kind lighting, soft leather furnishings, and warm wood tones, is guaranteed to impress. The design-build project teams faced a plethora of challenges, and not just because the space is a perfect circle. The owner, an award-winning chef and restaurateur, wanted to create a unique experience for his patrons. One only needs to walk a few paces to encounter a completely different style of dining. Lounge chairs, high tops for 2, long banquet tables, to name a few. The lighting designers were tasked with designing custom decorative fixtures and architectural lighting for every area, all under a very tight budget and project schedule. Through a painstakingly detailed documentation process, the design teams worked closely with the construction and fabrication teams to coordinate over 60 individual lighting types. Finished samples of antique brass, blackened bronze, smoked glass, and more were reviewed and hand-selected. All cabling, fasteners, sockets, and hardware were carefully concealed. Many of the decorative fixtures utilized retrofit LED or incandescent lamps that were vetted for dimming, dimensions, and appearance. Fully diffused LED linear lighting casts soft glows on custom millwork, bottles of wine, photographs, and records. The spaces are unified by the gentle shimmer of cove uplighting along a polished ceiling. Recessed adjustable pinhole downlights retrofit with LED MR16 lamps designed to receive snap-on beam adjustment accessories were carefully aimed by the lighting designers to provide task, accent, and ambient lighting throughout. The space meets ASHRAE 90.1, and particular care was required to dim the individual spaces and camouflage daylight harvesting sensors and local controls. Diners are drawn by the fantastic views and exceptional food, but they return for the gorgeous and inviting atmosphere invoked by a truly special lighting design. Diffused LED linear lighting integrated in custom millwork shelving visually connects the individual dining experiences, but still allows for distinction between styles of seating. Several hours were dedicated to designing and coordinating the installation strategy for this custom array of LED frost-dipped globes, suspended below a polished mirrored ceiling. One of the shop drawings used to develop the array. It all started with an existing product that was completely customized to the designer's aesthetic. Amidst the sparkle of candles, custom multi-armed pendants balance with the shimmery ceiling cove, visually separating the dining experience from the pass-through on the right. Multiple pages of specifications were issued to fabricate just 2 custom pendants, as shown in the previous image, paired with carefully vetted, chrome-dipped mirrored bulbs. 2 elevators for guests, 1 elevator for service. The shipment and assembly of custom furniture, materials, and lighting to the 71st floor required utmost coordination. This project was an extremely valuable experience for me. I learned a ton through a consistent effort of collaboration and coordination down to the most minute of details. Brian Musselman was the lighting designer for the project, and I assisted her and then carried the project through construction administration when Brian joined the Illuminating Engineering Society as education coordinator. And she is now, of course, the Director of Education and Standards for the IES. We also worked very closely with Diane Union from Rockwell Group in New York City, who was part of the interior design team, but was integral to the style, direction, and coordination of all of the decorative lighting. Blockhouse. The historic Opera House, located in the heart of a Michigan college town, has been converted to an esports lounge, bar, and restaurant. Gamers are invited to eat, drink, challenge a friend to a match, or watch competitors face off in a live-streamed gaming session. The owner wanted to create a space that was flexible and fun, that levels the virtual playing field and inspires patrons of all experience levels to explore esports. The initial design called for theatrical moving lights and pattern projectors, special effects, and a full-fledged DMX control system. But the budget simply would not allow for it, and the design team settled on a very simple yet highly flexible lighting strategy that meets ASHRAE 90.1. The majority of the space is illuminated via track heads with color-changing LED BR30 lamps that are individually and wirelessly controlled through a smart device, immersing gamers in soft washes of white and colored light. The track lighting was placed in such a way that allows patrons to enjoy the atmosphere and become part of the action, but not distract the gamers. The wireless control system allows for almost 100 different scenes to be programmed and saved, giving the owner creative flexibility to invoke themes from games, distinguish competitors with team colors, or allow portions of the space to be visually separated for classes or private events. 2 theatrical moving lights were maintained in the budget, also controlled wirelessly via smart device, that frame the stage with patterns, spotlights, or color accents. The restored wooden arches and gilded ceilings are anchored by direct view flexible LED linear lighting and custom sconces that juxtapose the historic elements with modern flourishes. This project was a classic example of high ambition on a low budget. We worked with the client and contractor to find solutions that provided the look and feel of a highly technical and engaging entertainment space at a fraction of the cost. The client genuinely wanted to create a space that would be inviting for all, and we discussed at length how patrons of all ages must be made to feel welcome and not intimidated. The warm finishes and monumental architecture of the restored Opera House in Alma, Michigan, was the perfect setting for this, providing users with simultaneous experiences of a grand arena and a cozy hub. The result is a venue that transports patrons to a dynamic and fantastical world. The perfect setting to enjoy esports. Both Highlands and Blockhouse were completed during the pandemic, and because of that, faced significant challenges in terms of visiting the project, lead time and supply issues, and navigating a world of uncertainty. I am extremely proud to see both of these projects come to fruition and for both spaces to be enjoyed by their patrons.
Edsel and Eleanor Ford built an 87-acre estate and mansion situated on Lake St. Clair outside Detroit, Michigan. The warm congeniality of the former owners significantly influenced the comprehensive master plan to restore the 1920s estate and keep it open and accessible to the public. The design of a new visitor center, admin building, and connecting site work was intended to include public amenities, among them an event space, a restaurant, museum, exhibit, retail store, and support spaces to educate the public about the estate and the family. The Ford Foundation's commitment to sustainability provided a unique opportunity, targeting net zero energy consumption for the administration building. The concept of welcoming connections guided the solution to deliver an inviting experience, hospitality, and stylistic connections between new spaces and the original mansion. Transparency between gathering spaces, interior and exterior, reinforces this notion of hospitality. These spaces strengthen visual connections between guest amenities while connecting the Ford legacy with the public. The invitation is apparent upon arrival, with entrance canopy highlights and visual hierarchy of interior gathering spaces. Lighting reinforces the architectural strategy to provide a contemporary complement to the mansion's Cotswold style. Ground floodlights target 5:1 ratio from base to facade midpoint, and asymmetric uplighting fades to 0 with curfew control, limiting uplight given the prominence of varied wildlife adjacency. Inspired by the Ford House and a contemporary take on candlelight, 22,000 CCT LEDs within dormer windows provide the essence of residential glow, while coves highlight the gabled ceiling, expanding the lobby volume. Scalloped wood accents and picture lighting provide a welcoming residential scale, creating intentional contrast between warm and cool materials throughout. Similarly, within the second-story feature event space, transparency within is prominent due to the large window placement around the perimeter. Similar design strategies were deployed to introduce warm textural materials and lighting implementations that enhance the ceiling and feature wall surfaces, boosting the visual experience throughout. Views from the central courtyard reveal multiple layers of that interior transparency. A few unique project challenges included minimal energy targets and critical preservation of site context due to bird migration, which informed our team to reduce urban sky glow and luminance targets to implement curfew control. Our lighting systems implement discrete full cutoff light poles and bollards in lieu of traditional lanterns, and customized mounting details that synthesize feature elements while limiting equipment visibility. The entry trellises at major entries throughout the building create a sense of wonder, with a lighting strategy that is artfully concealed. Working with our design team, we detailed elliptical distribution uplights within column openings and small-scale micro spotlights hidden behind structural beams to create a singular lighting character that emphasizes the architecture craftily. Exterior gathering spaces are intentionally low-level and intimate, keeping the visual hierarchy on the warmth and inviting nature of the interior materiality. Soft accents to the trees within the courtyard frame views outward and add an additional level of depth perception. Annual climate and daylighting analysis informed building orientation, administration, building external sun shading, and PV power generation. Incorporating mature tree contextual shading analysis validated the on-site power generation potential and limited tree removal. These iterative studies balanced passive heating, daylight harvesting control, and peak solar load reduction to provide an optimally performing facade. Subtle illumination of these features are a great example of the team's commitment to highlighting and educating our visitors on the sustainable tactics and providing spaces that visually transcend the window walls. Minimized site lighting criteria target a 5 lux average for parking lots, low-scale path lighting via bollards and site wall recess lights, and sensible facade highlights targeting a 5:1 luminance ratio from base to mid-facade. With goals to target a net zero energy footprint, every illuminated element is intentional. Achieving this vision came with its challenges, including low power density targets to meet net zero energy goals, 0.5 watts per square foot comprehensively, limitation of site lighting given wildlife stewardship, budget-driven design alternates, and complementing historic context with contemporary character. The concept of welcoming connections delivers an inviting character, conveyed through integration of warm color temperature light, wood and stone material accents, and visual hierarchy that provides residential scale and draws the eye within. I'd like to give a special shout out to Luke Renwick for his lighting design vision on this project. This project proudly displays the art, science, integration, stewardship, and excellence in utilizing natural and electric lighting design to promote sustainability and extend the Ford legacy for generations to come. We submitted this project with a discrete AE design firm title. However, for the purpose of this presentation, I want to expand on that and tell you all about the Smith Group Detroit office renovation. Our renovation strategized to transform a dated workspace, unrepresentative of our company culture and brand, into an agile, activity-based work model which complements and exhibits collaborative and innovative design. The design concept included expressing our company culture by placing work on display, integrating digital, physical, and collaborative space, articulating a sophisticated craft, providing various physical and visual environments for agile workspaces, and incorporating sustainable design while supporting wellness. A unique challenge the entire team faced from the beginning was delivering a design with high aspirations on budget while also being our own client. The architectural partie provides 3 work zones in 1 floor plate: active, teaming, and quiet. Lighting reinforces the active zones by highlighting walls for pin-up display and activating collaboration with refined aesthetic pendants. These featured pendants foster office collaboration and are highly contrasted using company-branded black finish, while ambient lighting integrates within the white exposed ceilings. Small profile track lighting blends seamlessly while highlighting the shelving. The teaming zone lighting targets an open, indirectly illuminated environment for workstations while offering perimeter individual seating with visually comfortable cove lighting and supplemental task lighting at select furniture. Indirect light elevates the added 3 feet of newly exposed ceiling, a dramatic change from our previous 9-foot ACT ceiling and fluorescent traffers. Shielded light sources prevent unwanted screen reflections. Fixture aesthetics and sophisticated detailing express a high-end design upon first entry to the space. The reception desk environment reflects the company brand, balancing simplicity, refined decorative pendant aesthetics, and technical expertise of a company design map wall with a calibrated 10:1 luminance ratio visual hierarchy. All active zones provide visual contrast to intentionally delineate touchdown spaces, while cylinders integrate within ceiling systems. High-fidelity, tunable, and saturated color-changing track fixtures aid material selections. Each floor plan zone is controllable by every fixture type grouping for fine-tuning. Every meeting space has simple scene control with raise lower override functionality. Sleek linear pendants with black specular louvers and separate dimming of direct-indirect components provide comfortable, functional, and controllable light. Perimeter daylight dimming limits energy consumption. Along with multiple lighting layers in each zone, solving the challenge to create varied environments, dimming control reinforces the notion of agility and preference. Various quiet zones, which are situated around the perimeter spaces, are enhanced with a higher level of acoustic finish and are physically compressed to place prominence on defining individual space, with pendants to emphasize private workstations and/or perimeter indirect lighting to enforce enhanced intimacy. Sleek quarter-inch tall wall-mounted fixtures in phone rooms provide ambient lighting through reflectance off soft matte materials. Direct fixture controllability allows for adaptable light levels for all scenarios, including standard computer work or video calls. Spaces were studied to provide a minimum 2:1 face-to-backdrop luminance ratio for optimal video conferencing setup. In our main union space, where we congregate for large gatherings, the team wanted to integrate a system that was intriguing yet adaptable. Black and brass finished specialty decorative pendants provide a hospitable aesthetic for the lounge workspace. Adjustable accent pendants deliver key and fill lighting for various video conferencing uses, and multi-zone dimming control supports several scenes. The Communicating Stair and Work Cafe utilize perimeter daylighting. Suspended dual-head accent fixtures integrated within adjacent metal pin-up ceilings emphasize our work on display concept. One unique aspect of designing your own workspace is advocating for the functionality and prominence of critical space types. In this case, our lighting mock-up space is highly visible to the office and therefore fosters curiosity and interaction between peers. It's equipped with a movable blackout wall, light fixture rigging grid, switchable outlets, and trolley system for vertical material mounting. This project is targeting WELL certification with optimizations in circadian lighting credits, lighting control, and visual comfort, along with LEED Gold. The LPD is an aggressive 0.38 watts per square foot, 61% under ASHRAE 2013. I'd like to give a special shout out to Luke Renwick for teaming with me on this project and extend a warm thank you to our client, Smith Group Detroit, for working with us throughout the entire process.
Hello, my name is Luke Renwick, and I'm honored to present the Ally Charlotte Center, designed by our team at Smith Group. Along with myself, I had the pleasure to collaborate with my talented colleagues Amanda Badgerow and Reinhard Swart. Ally Financial desired a flagship corporate center in Charlotte, North Carolina. This new tower features 24 floors of office and executive space, including 2 floors of shared amenities, which are a coffee bar, patio terrace, feature stair, golf simulator, and ideation space. The architectural design goals included connecting staff that were siloed into differing departments, create flexible space, and reflect Ally's technologically innovative brand identity. The lighting creates a visual hierarchy for immersion spaces by accenting special materials and forms and reinforcing the goal to connect employees. Unique social spaces, or what we called immersion zones, connect employees through playful gaming simulations and act as a catalyst for breaking down social barriers. The lighting design concept was inspired by the model of financial technology, or fintech, which aligns with Ally's brand. This is portrayed aesthetically by utilizing expressive linear patterns and arrangements in public spaces, latest LED technology, user controls, and decorative lighting forms. An example is the two-story lobby with connecting stair that is wrapped in environmental graphics and integrated tape lighting. Multiple immersion zones combine for an amenity experience, while the overhead stair lighting arrangement creates a feature expression of flowing information, data, and financial scripting. DMX controllable direct-indirect lighting illuminates the dark gray exposed ceiling, and it matched Ally's unique plum-colored hue and also shifts to downtown Charlotte's calendar of events, including Carolina Panther Blue. The project challenges included designing a high quantity of unique immersion and amenity spaces with intricate detailing and criteria for specific activities and gaming equipment. The project achieved LEED Gold and WELL Silver certification. In the open office, minimalist direct-indirect pendants and natural light illuminate the perimeter office space. Photosensors dim perimeter zones, and power density is 32% below North Carolina State Energy Code allowance. The design team led Ally through their first WELL certification process, attaining optimizations in lighting glare control, daylighting design, lighting quality with high CRI and flicker management, and occupant lighting control. A unique feature to this office location was the 26th floor executive suite. Two cafe amenities feature decorative cylinder pendants that sparkle above lounge furniture. Lensed thin profile linear pendants integrate within the felt baffle ceiling throughout. This creates a high-end consistency to the linear aesthetic found throughout the rest of the high-rise. One of my favorite spaces on the project is the executive conference room. This massive space takes the felt baffle ceiling and challenged our team with a custom lighting arrangement that must satisfy video conference criteria. This layered composition includes perimeter wall accents, concealed lighting uplight to emphasize the baffle asymmetry, and custom lensed and louvered configuration that provides shielded and diffuse light. And all of these layers are on separate dimming zones for a multi-zone scene control functionality. Finally, this project acts as a design standard for future office locations and space types. It integrated diverse client stakeholders into the design process to create these standards. Hello, this is Luke Renwick again to present Smith Group's lighting design. I would like to honor another design partner, Hanan Al-Hashimi, for her collaboration on this project. The Henry Ford Brigida Harris Cancer Pavilion lighting design improves the patient experience and reinforces the health system's brand pillars of hope, confidence, innovation, humanism, and healing. The designers and client worked closely to understand diverse user group perspectives. Those included cancer patients, family members, staff, and visitors. It was imperative to create a luminous environment that lessens anxiety, provides clear wayfinding, inspires hope and confidence, expresses innovation and technology, and supports excellent clinical care. Upon approaching the entrance, 2700K CCT metal panel overhang uplighting provides a warm welcome. Interior lobby ceiling cove lighting and artwork vertical luminance ratios provide necessary contrast for transparency. It orients patients and helps to alleviate anxiety. The public space offers a softened architectural expression with curved walls, a featured stair, and ceiling forms. The interior design is consistent with the brand, reflective of humanism paired with technology. This is weaved throughout, for example, in spaces that combine wood accents with integrated light activated glowing blue acrylic panels. The blue hue signifies Henry Ford's legacy and excellence, and is uniquely displayed in a DNA wall arrangement. Performance asymmetric wall washers and recessed adjustable downlights highlight local artwork and donor walls as additional public space amenities. Through architectural detail integration, modular panels allow access to LEDs, while drivers are stored in accessible remote locations. Mock-ups validated the acrylic color, size, and translucency percentages. The DNA panels provide brand recognition and visual hierarchy throughout the project, but especially to the second floor tumor board entrance and as a first impression from the hospital bridge connecting corridor. Speaking of the bridge connector, this is a good example of the budget challenges on the project. This project was delivered with a challenging $10 per square foot material budget for public spaces, $8 per square foot for remaining spaces, and a $10,000 allowance for accent lighting. Simple, economic linear fixtures align with the bridge bracing to create a clean aesthetic from the interior and exterior vantage point. Patient exam rooms and clinical spaces utilize economical troffer-style fixtures with added dimming control to ensure visual comfort. An example here are the infusion bays, which deliver necessary ambient light for staff while allowing dual-function independent dimming via simple 2x2 troffers. A unique and challenging space was the tumor board, which visually articulates technology, innovation, and branding while meeting strict video conferencing criteria. This space has multiple monitors and cameras for physicians to study complex cases in person and remotely. 2000K luminaires integrate within millwork detailing, uplighting frosted acrylic and accenting wood panel reveals. Architectural coordination resulted in bespoke hinged panel access for maintenance. And we'll finish with a view featuring diffuse lobby daylighting and a visible connection to the historic Henry Ford Hospital, whose legacy is critical for patient and staff wellness, healing, and trust. The lighting on this project exceeds comprehensive power density savings goals by delivering 40% below ASHRAE 90.1 allowances.
Hey, how about those projects? It's pretty amazing, right? Congratulations again to everyone who was involved. So we do have a few fun things coming up this year that the Detroit IES Board of Managers would like you to know about. So get your pens and papers ready to write down some dates. Just kidding, but keep an eye out on your email. So first one is next month, Detroit. We are going to be celebrating the holidays with a soiree. We're going to be at Pops for Italian in Ferndale on Tuesday, December 13th. So keep an eye out on email invitations for that coming in the next couple weeks. And of course, I don't know if everybody knows this, but the Detroit chapter of the IES was actually founded in 1923, which means we are coming up on our 100th anniversary. Pretty cool, right? So, of course, how else do we celebrate an anniversary but with a big party? So we are going to be celebrating our centennial in May of 2023. At this party, we are also going to be honoring our Michigan Lighting Hall of Fame Award recipients. So keep an eye out, because around the end of winter is when we think a call of nominations will be sent out. And we just want to make sure that you all start thinking about who you think has made an impact in the lighting community in Detroit, and who you might like to support for that award. And of course, last but certainly not least, keep in mind that the new year for Illumination Awards is going to be starting soon. So end of January is when you'll be able to submit new projects. Keep an eye out for next month's LDNA with a calendar. And of course, if you ever have any questions, you can always pop over to IES.org or contact one of your friendly IES Board of Managers like me. Thanks so much for joining us once again. Have a great afternoon. Bye.